What is up, everyone? Happy Tuesday. The roaming cyclist here. Just got done with a workout I like to do on Tuesdays. Tuesdays are generally interval days. Thursdays are generally harder too, and then obviously the breakdown that I do. But this one is one you've probably seen before. I go through my stories. It's called Building Intervals. I've specifically designed this workout to improve strength and power on the time trial bike. Which she's not happy with me. I started breaking it down yesterday to put some new bars on it because the Trek Mono bar is probably good for somebody, but it's not good for me. That's why you see most of the riders change out the cockpit to a different bar. For me, I need it to be higher and a little bit longer so I can get my hands in front of my face, and that just wasn't going to be possible with the standard mono bar. So I got a mono plug-in. I ordered some 51 Speed Shot Ultimate carbon bars. But in the meantime, I decided to manhandle the bike, and I tore my remote shifter cord. So I had to order a new one. And then, as we decided just to tear up a very expensive bike, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm gonna change out this riser to a higher riser so that I can get in a better position forward. I started to do that, and then I realized, what am I doing? I've already broken one thing. So once all the parts get here in the new remote shifter, I'll take it up there and we'll get it sorted out. Now in the meantime, I have the Crockett on the trainer, it makes things a little more intense, relatively speaking, because I have an oval ring on the front, which really focuses the pedal strokes. I mean, I can feel it in my hamstrings, and it kind of tells me I probably need to focus on my hamstrings a little more so that I'm more balanced, which ultimately helps the time trialing. The building interval workout is an hour, and it starts, relatively easy in zone 2 power, and then we kind of go it's kind of 2 working sets, right? So the first set is kind of 8 by 1 minute at 340 watts, rest for 30 seconds, etc. And then it goes into probably higher zone 2. So I was probably 3.5 watts per kilogram for 5 minutes at 270 watts. And then I go into a harder set, which doesn't sound hard, but it's a harder after some of that, where I'm doing 6 by 15 second intervals at 490 to 500 watts, and then rest for 2 minutes at 210, and then it goes into a 15-minute endurance ride at 270 watts, and then cool down. So I definitely felt that workout. I can definitely feel the fatigue building in my legs, which is certainly plausible considering that I'm in the second workout of the second week. And this week we'll start building intensity, where I've bumped it up to, we're about 16 hours time in the saddle. And then add in the runs. So we're going to be close to a 20-hour week of training. And then, I think I'm around 800 TSS for this week. And then next week we'll build more, and then we'll bring it down, and then we will start higher and then taper into the race on June 27th. In the middle of there, we're going to go to Cape Charles this weekend. And I was going to take the time trial bike, but I don't think that's going to be ready because I broke it. it is what it is. And then that's pretty much going to be the focus this week. The next workout I have today is going to be marathon pace intervals. Nasty little workout, but I have 5 minutes at marathon pace, 1 minute rest, 5 minutes, and I think I got 10 sets of that or 8 sets of that. I have to look, but that'll be much later. Now, always a backup if I feel like a run is not going to be I wouldn't say beneficial, but if it's not going to be the best output, I'll cut the run out and I'll go out and I'll probably mountain bike or take a rest. And then I'll program that harder run in for tomorrow because I have a lighter bike tomorrow. But I like to do the harder intervals together with the bike in the morning and then the run, or I'll do a shorter bike and then I'll go directly into a run because when you're I don't know what the cleaners are doing, they're breaking everything, but when you're racing, you have to train how you're gonna race. You have to visualize what you're gonna do when you're racing. So if you think about it, I like to group the interval bike with the interval run. That way you have your body gets a hard bike and hard run, and then Wednesday's a rest, Thursday's a little harder, and then Friday's a taper day into a Saturday endurance ride. That's how I do it. Sort of undulates, different opinions on that, but it works for me. The results prove it, and so that's my focus for the week. Now, as we get further into this, closer to June, I expect my CTL to be somewhere around 120, which will prime me for boot scooting and boogieing on the 27th. Generally, for that race, I'm probably gonna go. I'm probably not 100%, but I'm probably gonna go like 95% of my max, only because it's so short. And once I get out there, something else takes over, and then who knows what's gonna happen. But I am not gonna use that bike. I didn't plan on using it. I'm gonna use the Madone with or without clip-on bars. I'm not sure. It's only a 4 mile bike, which isn't going to take me very long. But I still want to go through the motions, of preparation, with, the transition 1 and 2, have my shoes rubber banded to the ready to go in the pedals, all those things. I'll be in my full sleeve duathlon suit. I'm testing out the different things, and then for the longer one in July, I'll roll the speed concept out, and do things, and then kind of refine things, and then we go into kind of the back end of the schedule, where a road race, time trial, and then into the long duathlon, and then I added another race a week later in the mountains with like 5,000 feet of climbing, which probably isn't smart, but I wanted to do that race last year, and I'm going to do it, and it'll be fun. Take the RV out there. The leaves should be changing in the Shenandoah Valley by that time, so it'll be good. It'll be a good ride. I don't know that I'm going to race that. It is a race, but I don't know if I'm going to race it. I just want to do it for fun, because 7 days later or 6 days later, after my most intense A race, where I'm going to give 100% effort, I'm probably not going to be mentally in a good position to race for real a week later. Just not going to be. because every focus and everything is going to go into the long duathlon national championships. And then after that, it's kind of like, break from reality, really, and then kind of like rest. And then I like going to the mountains to recharge. So that kind of puts me in a race, puts me around people, puts me in the valley, although the climbing. And then there's some single track too. So we're really going to put the Crockett to the test, which we need to finish making modifications to. It needs a shorter stem and different bars, which parts are hard to come by. So we're just kind of waiting on that. Obviously, I'm waiting on the bars and the shifter for the speed concept. The Madone is ready. The top fuel is, for the most part, ready to roll. If anything pops up on that, I just gotta get some fine tuning on the shifting. And that's pretty much all we're gonna be doing until after September. And then, I'll update pretty much every other day, maybe daily, I don't know, on my YouTube channel. All my information will be down below. For coaching, for my Instagram at the Roaming Cyclist. I also do short kind of videos on TikTok at the Roaming Cyclist there as well. So make sure can't seem to break through the algorithm, but make sure you follow me so we can do this together. You can learn from me. Maybe you can put comments down below and I can learn from you. How do you prepare for a triathlon, duathlon? What are some of your tricks of the trade? I haven't given all mine yet. Some of that you got to pay for. It's a business, so that costs money. But I give a lot. I'm a giver. So put a comment down below. How do you prepare for a duathlon? Do you do duathlon? Do you find duathlon interesting? Are you a triathlete? I get told a lot that's where all the glory is. That's probably, I don't know if that's true or not. Because really I'm doing the same thing, I'm just not swimming. Now next year I'm probably going to be doing triathlon because I can swim very well. I just want to focus on duathlon this year and making the most of that. I do one focus at a time. Last year would have been road racing. This year, obviously, is kind of cross-country mountain biking, and which is suited to a duathlete. And then, duathlon. And so, what are your thoughts on that? Do you have any? None? Let me know. For coaching, go to www.trccoaching.com. That information will be down below. Or send me an email to theroamingcyclist@gmail.com. All my contact information is on my website. It's on my Instagram at the Roaming Cyclist. And that's going to be it. Just a short, quick video. I have to attempt to go get a driver's license again, which they did not give me last time because my birth certificate copy was too old. I don't know how I feel about that, but whatever. Anyways, that's going to be it for me. This is the Roaming Cyclist, and I am out.